Hi, welcome to my channel, My Great Wall of Manga. I'm Amanda, and I've been in love with manga for well over a decade. In fact, I even built a wall out of it. On this channel, I'll be pulling a series off the wall at random, and we'll go over a quick summary, introduce you to some of the main characters of the series, and I'll give you 5 reasons why you should read this manga. Okay, in this episode, we're going to be looking at the manga Blackbird, story and art by Kaneko Sakura Koji. Okay, the story is about Misao, who has been pining for her childhood friend and first crush Kyo for years after he moved away as a little kid. She was about 5 or 6 when that happened. And she has been dealing with being able to see and being bullied by spirits and angry ghosts and little monsters ever since she was a little kid. Well, as her 16th birthday approaches, the spirits and little goblins and stuff seem to have been getting worse and worse. By worse, not just like scaring her from the shadows, but like tripping her, throwing sharp objects at her, actually trying to do physical harm towards her. And she's getting a little concerned, rightfully so. Then one day, there seems to be somebody moving into her childhood friend's old house that has been vacant ever since he moved away. And it ends up it's Kyo. He's finally returned, and he's a bit different than what she remembers. Now, granted, she was very young, so she doesn't remember a ton about him, other than she liked playing with him, and he was nice. And that's about it. But one thing that he can do that she doesn't remember is that he can shoo away pesky spirits that are bothering her, like super easy, like shooing away a fly. She literally can't do anything to them. She was stunned when she saw that. He can also heal her wounds. He has to lick them to do so, but he can heal her wounds when she's injured. Another little thing that she totally forgot about him is he's actually a Tengu that wants to marry her. Yeah, you would have thought she would have remembered something like that. Tengu is a Japanese creature of folklore that often wears a mask of some kind and has giant crow wings on its back. So, yeah, you'd think she would remember that part about him. Not so much. Okay, the characters are, first up, Misao, the main character. She's a girl that loves romance, loves fantasies, very much a girly girl, just wants to get swept up with a romantic fantasy and be saved by Prince Charming. And she seems to think that, or she seems to have remembered that Kyo fit into that Prince Charming role. Well, not so much anymore. Kyo, now that he's returned, is, not so Prince Charming-like. He's very driven and quite calculating, and he's not about to let Misao get away. She's going to marry him, whether she likes it or not. And he's also, not the sweet Prince Charming type. He's kind of rough, a bit vulgar, and more like a dashing pirate type. And last up is Kyo's adorable little servant, Taro. He appears to be about 6 or 7 years old, but he's in charge of managing Kyo's house, doing the cooking and the cleaning, and he is just such an adorable and super funny little side character where he's always popping in, and Misao adores him. She just thinks he's the cutest thing in the world. And Kyo, yeah, he can get a little jealous of that. Okay, And now, 5 reasons to read Blackbird. The first one is, if you're getting a little bit tired of the kind of cutesy, G-rated, kind of elementary or middle schooler type romance in shoujo, well, Blackbird is definitely a more grown-up adult story where there is significantly more blood, significantly more violence, and a much more mature relationship where the relationship isn't based around, oh, maybe we'll swap love letters or something. It's like, no, Kyo's there to get married. End of story. He's not there to, be Misao's friend and maybe boyfriend. No, he already considers himself her boyfriend and her fiance, and he wants to get married. And so, it is a nice kind of change if you're getting a little tired of the more kid-rated shoujo. Number 2, there actually is a little bit of a subplot mystery of why Misao doesn't remember Kyo better. Because, she was really young, but she should be able to remember some big things about him. Like, she probably should have remembered that he was a Tengu, which she totally doesn't. She probably should have remembered that Kyo proposed to her when she was a kid, and again, she doesn't remember that either. So, there is a big question of why is there so many huge gaps in her memory? Number 3. It's actually a really interesting fantasy based on Japanese folklore. Tengu don't usually show up that often in manga, particularly not shoujo manga. So, there was a Tengu character in Kami-sama Kiss. But, other than that, they don't show up a ton in manga, and this definitely goes more into the traditional Japanese folklore behind them. So that is pretty interesting. Number 4. If you want a shoujo manga with a little bit more action, where it has romance, but there is also a lot of fighting scenes and a lot of action scenes. There's sword fighting and fighting with magical powers between different yokai characters. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more action-packed, then definitely check out Blackbird. And number 5, if you like yokai romance manga like Kami-sama Kiss, Inuyasha, or Inu x Boku SS, then this is right up your alley. It definitely has plenty of yokai characters. It's not just Kyo. There's a ton of other yokai characters that show up. And yeah, there's lots of lore about each one. And there's all sorts of different magic that they can use and special abilities. So if that is something that you really like, this is definitely a series that you should check out. Okay, and that's my review for Blackbird. Thank you for visiting my channel, My Great Wall of Manga. If you're interested in anime too, please visit my website, animehanabi.com.